Hello, my friend. Have you ever had something to say and then went silent? Have you ever stumbled through a conversation only to think later, that's what I should have said? Do you feel like there are times when your message gets completely lost in translation? Well, you're not alone. Get ready to level up your communication because here's the thing, we can get better. My name is Kathy Riley. I'm your host and communication expert with over 25 years in litigation and another 15 as an entrepreneur. Our goal here is to share tools, systems, techniques, tips guaranteed to shift the way you connect with others. From mastering the art of a tough conversation to cultivating a mindset that screams confidence, you'll learn how to break those bad habits when it comes to communication. And today we're going to talk about something so simple, my friend. So simple. There is one nonverbal communication gesture that you can do to navigate difficult conversations, to be more likable, and to stir the pot a bit. And do you want to hear what it is? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's a smile. A smile. Do you know that a smile impacts how other people think about you, how other people perceive you, make people curious about you? How often do you smile? Now, I'm one of those people that I smile all the time. In fact, I smile so much. A couple years ago, I think it was before COVID, I had to get my driver's license changed and they wanted to take a new picture and they're like, stop smiling. And I'm like, I'm not smiling. Stop smiling. And I'm like, I'm not smiling. The guy got really, really mad at me and he's like, stop smiling. And I'm like, I'm not smiling. And he's like, close your mouth. Well, here's the thing. I'm a mouth breather because I have bad sinuses. You can probably hear it today. But I had to close my mouth and I'm like, well, you better take the picture fast because I got to breathe. But I'm somebody who smiles a lot. It's just part of my natural disposition. But do you use smiling as a strategy, a tool, a technique, and a way to communicate? Because it works. When you enter a room, are you smiling? When you enter a meeting, are you smiling? When can you use smiling to your advantage and to create a connection and to get people to like you or to share that your feelings that you actually like somebody else? It's so powerful. A smile is something that, you can use strategically to get what you want. It's also a great way to showcase your emotions. There's a lot of people that they say that, you can't tell what they're thinking. But, you can smile just to say, I like what you said. I'm connected with you. Smiling is so powerful. I love it. But have you thought about it that way? So here's some of the way you use it when it comes to communication and leadership. And I don't say use this in a manipulative way. It's a natural form of body language, of connection, of communication. And most of the time, I don't think we pay attention to it. So when we have the power to pay attention, when we make the shift to pay attention, we can utilize our body language, a smile, to set our point even more so, right? Take it up to the next level to showcase our emotion. So things like, okay, smiling, just a universal smile creates an instant connection, whether you know it or not. Okay, there's just that warmth and friendliness that comes out of a smile. And it doesn't have to be a big, goofy, toothy grin, right? You just having that simple smile. And you're meeting somebody for the first time. I'm a woman of business, so I shake hands. Well, if you're shaking hands with a straight face, your cursed forehead and all of that, people are like, huh, what's going on with you? But if you actually bring a smile, it's like, hey, your body, your face opens up, your torso opens up as you just, your breath, even your breath changes when you give that smile. So it creates an instant connection with the people in the room, with the people you're shaking the hands. The other thing it does is when you smile, it actually builds a level of trust and comfort. Like they feel at ease with you. You know, that likable goes to the next level. We want to build that know, like, and trust. So smiling does that. When you're in negotiations, right? And you're trying to be authentic and sincere with navigating to that path. Because here's the thing, we all have different perspectives on where we need to go. And at the end of the day, when we're navigating the conflict, we still, generally speaking, we want to get to the same place. It's just our methodology, our path may be differently. And if we start having a conversation about how we can navigate that path and come together and do that in an authentic way, and we'd smile and like we're going to do this. That builds that level of trust and comfort that says, okay, you think we're going to do this. I think we're going to do this. We become approachable and they're willing to collaborate with us. So the smile is really important when you're navigating difficult conversations. Now you also have to pay attention to the level of smile, right? You don't want that cheesy grin where you're thinking evil thoughts, right? There's a balance to it. Also using a smile to help you navigate those difficult conversations where you just take a breath and smile like, all right, we're kind of getting out of hand a little bit with this conversation. Let's get back to the basics and take a different, and like, I'm willing to, are you willing to? It's showing empathy, creating that calm, doing that breath and like, all right, we've got this. We've got this. And having a non-confrontational smile, right? It can improve that communication. The other thing it does is, quite honestly, is it boosts confidence and it boosts your mood. I mean, when you smile, like, have you ever had to take a phone call or make a phone call and you're like, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. And just get in that space and smile. Take 30 seconds of just focusing on that smile and everything, the emotion that comes along with that smile, that happiness. It boosts your mood. All right, I've got this. And then you make that call. Quite honestly, your tonality changes because you've smiled. It does. It's crazy how it's all tied together. The smile is such an important tool that you have in your toolbox right now. You just need to pay attention and know that you can use it, right? And then it also enhances, the last thing I'll say, it enhances persuasion and influence. Have you ever seen somebody navigate a room in a conversation and they just have this smile that you're like, oh, they know what they're talking about? Yes, you can use a smile to showcase the authenticity and the genius that you bring to the table during any conversation. A smile is so powerful. And I got to tell you, there's that connection. Like, I'll never forget, when you look at a baby and smile, you can't help but smile and they smile back. And that connection that you create is just, oh, so amazing. And then I remember a time, um, this is a very vivid time where a smile is set into my heart. My husband had gone through a procedure and he was knocked out, and they brought him out of the room, and we're in the little waiting area. We got the curtain all around him, and they're like, okay, we're gonna wake him up now. And just to see his lifeless body there on the bed, and I'm holding his foot because they're all by his head, and they've got the IV and they inject him with the goodness to wake him up. And you just see him slowly, his eyes start, his head kind of moves, and then his eyes flutter open and he sees the one doctor. He looks to the left and he sees the other doctor. And then he looks down by his feet and he sees me, and his face lights up with this amazing smile. Now that's the kind of connection. You can't make that up. You can't lie about that kind of connection. There's a love that comes through that smile, that authentic, caring, nurturing relationship that showcases in a smile that you just can't make that up. And it's empowering to the person on the receiving end. It's empowering to the person on the giving end. A smile is a tool that you can use to show your love, your authenticity, your genius, to create engagement, to create cooperation within a team, to create cooperation with even your family. Oh my goodness. Do you want your family to do better? I mean, you want your child to eat that broccoli? Smile a little. Get them to know that no matter what happens, when you lead with a smile, that good stuff happens. So there you are, my friends. Just a quick thought for today on how you can improve communication. And it starts with a smile. It starts and ends with a smile. It showcases who you are to the next level on nonverbal communication like you won't believe. So who can you smile at today? Could it be a stranger? Could it be your neighbor? Could it be your spouse? Could it be your child? Use your smile in a way that creates connectivity, that creates influence, that boosts your confidence, that navigates difficult conversations, that creates comfort and builds trust, because you're an amazing person and your smile is an amazing tool. So thank you for that. That's a wrap for today's episode of Breaking Bad Communication. It is short and to the point today. Thank you for being here and tuning in. And before we sign off, don't forget, if this resonates, feel free to share it, post it, make a comment. Know this, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your communication. And as you head back out in the world, remember every conversation is your chance to shape your life and the lives of others. Whether it's a tough talk or casual chat, be clear, be intentional with your words, and listen like it matters. The better you communicate, the more your life aligns with what you truly want. So go out there, my friend, own your voice, make your words count, and giddy up.